my time when I lived in LA for a little bit. I at the time had a fucked up back, and I was going to physical therapy, even though it didn't help, but didn't really know what else to do at the time. And so I was living in Westwood, and I can't remember exactly where the physical therapy spot was, but it was 15 minutes in the morning and an hour and a half on the way back. That's fucking LA for you. Just like 5 lanes across, like big enough to play a soccer game on, but just zero movement. It's just unfathomable. But then when you also look at the population, it's also unfathomable, because it's just crazy how many people are just jam-packed in this area, which I love for all sorts of reasons until I'm in the car. Although, had I had this car when I was going to that, this car, I can like literally stretch my arms up fully. I can dance, I can gig, I can really just enjoy myself. So this car has been a life changer, or bus, more accurate. For those of you who don't like being on the road in traffic, try getting a bigger fucking car, or just anyways, just get a bigger fucking car. We lose way too many innocent lives every year in this country to car accidents. Typically, it's not just the car accident, it's also an unsafe automobile, either because of the size, lack of airbags, yada yada yada. I say go big or go Volvo, but car advice aside, that's not really why I was making this video. I just realized that being that I'm driving literally 10 miles an hour, it was a good time to do it. So I just leaving the Freedom Conference that I maybe told some of y'all about, is kind of about protecting our rights, and put on by Peggy Hall of thehealthyamerican.org. Epic woman. God bless her and her husband, and Russ, who I met last night, and I believe his name was Alan, who they were all the ones who were putting it on. And it was just like so inspiring to be around good, healthy, happy Americans who want to give each other hugs and want to social near, and just basically completely aware of this entire nefarious agenda. Just amazing to be around that sort of energy, and everyone was so empowered with information. Everyone had so much to share. It was actually scheduled to go from 6:30 to 8:30, and it went from 6:30 to just after 11, because everyone just kept wanting to have more to say. And eventually, there was still people who wanted to talk. They had to just close it, because people, I think there was, I don't know, I'd guesstimate like maybe 30 people or something like that. And if everyone would have given their closing remarks, we probably would have been there till like 1 in the morning. So we kind of just left it where it was. We have like a group meetup now that we're all a part of, and we've been empowered with all sorts of legal information, access to lawyers, constitutional lawyers who will work for us pro bono if and when they're needed. So it's for those of you who don't know Peggy Hall, you're not affiliated. If you're a business owner, you are the dumbest motherfucker on the planet to not be affiliated with Peggy Hall. She is just a fucking epic female, epic person. Just, oh my goodness, so good to be around that energy. But anyways, the reason I'm really making this is because I went there for my own personal knowledge, because for those of you who don't know, I'm trying to grow my own nonprofit, grow my own small business, start doing more events, and I wasn't clear about the legalities, what kind of fines I could be served with, what kind of legal backing I'd have in court, all those sorts of questions. I definitely don't have a lot of attorney money, but now that I realize how clear this unconstitutional bullshit is, and how easy it is to just find the facts, point it out in court, I at this point feel empowered to represent myself. And on top of that, Peggy Hall offered to all of us that she would be right there with us if and when we ever do need to take our day in court. So just super empowering day. I fucking so grateful I signed up. It was like $100, but all that money is going into a fund for lawyer fees or for legal fees for any of us. So it's just like group empowerment, so fucking epic, and I can't even what words can't describe how epic yesterday was. But the real real reason I'm making this video is because I know there's a lot of other people in our town who are maybe restaurants who are cucking to these unconstitutional orders, and you don't know your rights. You think that everyone has to wear a mask if you're going to be open, maybe, or you think that you're liable if somebody comes into your business without a mask. Those things couldn't be further from the truth, and I'm happy to sit down with y'all and share what I learned. If I'm somebody who you know from your place of business, then it goes without saying that I respect the fuck out of you, and I will gladly sacrifice an hour or two, meet with you for a meal or whatever you would like to do to kind of talk about going forward some ideas. I also found a bunch of loopholes. I knew of the loophole for my personal business. I knew that because I do edible landscaping in addition to habitat restoration, anything related to food is considered essential. And so I knew that, but going into the event, I would have had no idea how many loopholes there are, many of which were shared by other small business owners who've already capitalized on them. So I'm definitely more than happy to share that information with y'all as well. And I don't know if there's anything else I want to say. It's also where traffic's picked back up and it's probably getting a little loud. This road is just, it's perfectly flat, but it's like that when there's lines in the road. I don't know what to call that. It's kind of louder now, so I feel it's a distraction. I'm trying to watch like the background noise on my videos. I just realized the Know Your Rights video. God bless anyone who stuck through it. It was definitely a lot of good information, I feel like, and worth checking out if and when you have the patience for it. But I definitely didn't pull my phone off the how to describe it, off the heating vent enough, and so it was kind of tapping the whole time, and I didn't realize it until I watched the video back. But anyways, I appreciate all y'all so much for checking out my videos. Appreciate you even more if you're sharing this knowledge. Appreciate you even more if you're practicing this knowledge. We all need to protect our rights, guys, or else they are going to go away. And that goes for business owners, that goes for consumers, that just goes for every single American who's being told all this unconstitutional bullshit to strip us of our rights. We've been lied to, told things are laws when they're definitely not laws. And so, yeah, if you guys have any questions, even if I don't know you from your personal place of business, still reach out. I can't promise you that I'm going to sacrifice my time, but regardless, you're welcome for letting you know about Peggy Hall, thehealthyamerican.org. Definitely check her out. And yeah, that's really all I wanted to say. Also, I know this is kind of a long shot, but in the interest of just kind of coming together and helping each other, I've had a couple people volunteer for positions that I'm really not ready for the nonprofit, like an accountant, which really I don't have enough going on in that respect to really feel the need for that. I also have been offered help with grants, but I wasn't interested in doing that until recently. Now I am, so if anyone knows somebody who would like to help out a nonprofit that aims just to make Santa Cruz County a healthier, happier place, more resilient, more able to sequester our own rainwater, less fire danger, less landslide danger, like just basically overall improving the safety and quality of our habitat, please reach out. I really would love some help. The grant writing process is fairly extensive, and it's not something that I typically enjoy, that sort of stuff. So if you know somebody who's either retired or maybe single mom or dad, or not single mom, what's it called when your spouse works and then you have a lot of time on your hands, you guys know what I'm talking about. If you know somebody like that who just would like to help out, or just whatever the situation, if they'd like to help out, I could definitely use it. And also, I'm rebranding my nonprofit from Raven Health Community, which was a long explanation, basically dealing with my love for ravens and how responsible I feel they are, and how much I felt like we as a human population could learn from them. And it's a conversation that, like I said, is long. People typically had lots of questions, and it just wasn't productive. So I've decided to switch my website to rvnow.org, and that's a dual meaning for get yourself a fucking RV right now, because so many people are in the state of affairs where I think like 80-something% of our country, which is fucking egregious, are renters. And that's a trap you're never getting out of without some drastic change. Just to break that truth to you guys, it's not happening with your normal day-to-day job unless you make a drastic change, get some better education, get a better job, find some family to work out, start a new business, yada yada yada. You're not gonna ever be a homeowner, unfortunately, with the way things are going. So we need to start thinking communally. And so basically getting an RV enables you to move to a regenerative community if and when a spot opens up for you. And then in the meantime, it also enables you to just start living van life, and instead of giving your landlord $800 to $2,000 to $3,000 depending on where you live around us, it's absolutely insane, even for just a one-bedroom apartment. It enables you to put that money in your piggy bank and save for actually maybe owning some property, actually maybe empowering yourself with improvements to your RV, or just basically making your life better instead of your landlord's life better, which, no offense to all the good landlords out there, in my experience, most aren't. And even if they were, it's still, you should want to empower yourself in your own life goals more so than anyone else's, just on principle. So that's a huge component of it, which I hope resonates with most of y'all. And I'm happy to give tips on van life if anyone has some questions. I definitely have gone about it in like the most simple, caveman, comfortable as fuck though, basic ass way. I love sleeping in my van. It's a little bit crowded with my two dogs. At times it's challenging to figure out the organizational stuff, and I definitely, don't feel 100% good about them being in the car as much as they are when you live van life, but that's neither here nor there. And you can also find a parking spot where you can set up a yard if you do have dogs or whatever. So temporary discomfort is often worth the payoff. So I can't speak highly enough about the need for many people, most 80% of our nation, to start thinking about buying a school bus, buying a RV, finding a way to get comfortable other than paying an arm and a fucking leg to just sleep in somebody else's house as you're paying down their mortgage. Or in many cases, just putting it right into their piggy bank, because lots of these people have already paid off their properties long a fucking ago and are just paying the property taxes, which, are worth talking about. Property taxes are stupid high, but anyways, so that's the beginning of it, rvnow.org. And then the dual meaning that I mentioned stands for Regenerative Villages Now. And they kind of work together in that, obviously, like I said before, once you have an RV, you have the ability to park wherever you want. You're going to be comfortable. You're going to have your needs met, and you can start contributing to a land restoration project. You can start contributing to a community garden project, a food forest project. So many different ways to be a good, positive force on this earth once you empower yourself. So Regenerative Village is something that needs to happen. If anyone actually would love to, just right now, get yourself an RV, reach out to me. Obviously, no ANCOMs, no sketchy people. I don't have any tolerance for that bullshit anymore. I'm learning how important it is to just clear my friends list of fascists. I love diversity of thought. If you're a liberal, God fucking bless you. If you're a conservative, God fucking bless you. If you're a centrist like me, God fucking bless you. If you're a far leftist, there's a word for that other people look at you as, that I would just like to let you know, and it's called insane. And I have zero tolerance for that. So yeah, basically, I just wanted to say, if you're a decent person, if you have anything that we can, agree on, any way that we can find some common ground. I already have 11 acres that's waiting to be inhabited in Southern California at an undisclosed location, roughly an hour from San Luis Obispo, fairly rural, not fairly, very, very rural. So it's definitely not, you know, the most green, the most gorgeous setting right now, but that's kind of the goal, is for us to communally make it that way. If you were to live out there, I would happily go in with you guys on a 5,000 gallon tank of, or I would buy the 5,000 gallon tank of water as infrastructure, and I would happily go halves with you on any water that you order, which would be your only fee. I would not ever charge you rent until we got a thriving community where there's like a food forest or a garden or something where you can eat, and then it would be more like $100 a month or something around those, around that, just to kind of put into a common pot to contribute to growing our community, buying more land, empowering ourselves with more opportunities, and that sort of stuff. But basically, the opportunity that I'm mentioning is just that I would like to offer that up to anyone who's, like, let's say, open to driving an hour into town a couple times a week, or if you do get an RV, you could do something like sleep on the property for 4 days out of the week, sleep in town for 3 days a week, as you're making money at a restaurant or wherever you find a job in San Luis Obispo. Or Bakersfield is kind of not too far away as well, which is also an option for jobs, I guess, for people. So but yeah, what's called anyways, so yeah, that's just kind of the opportunity, yeah, that I'm offering up to anyone who I could determine to be a good, decent person. Or if you're an artist or somebody like that, or somebody who works from your computer, or somebody who doesn't need to have a physical work location, internet service is amazing out there. That would be something you'd pay for yourself, or I'd go halves with it on you, because I'd like to have some internet when I do go out there. But and you know, as more people go, all the bills will be split equally. So like, let's say it's $40 a month for internet, or I don't know what just internet is, but if, you know, there's 10 people, it would be $4 a month. If there's 4 people, it would be, you guys get it. And so yeah, I just really want to encourage everyone to start thinking communally. Whether or not you want to be a part of my community, I do not care at all, but I just think that we need to start moving towards that sort of a focus. Yeah, that's really all I wanted to say. I can't think of anything else. I'm driving slow again on the 101. Wasn't expecting this, but it's about to get gorgeous, as the 101 is compared to the 5, so I'm stoked I made the change. But anyways, you guys didn't give a fuck about that. But thanks for watching. I sincerely appreciate you guys for tuning in. I know my videos aren't like super exciting. They're not anything that is going to be super stimulating, but I do think that it's good knowledge, and I'm just giving it to you guys in the way that I can, given the fact that I have a busy life and I have a lot of things on my plate that I'm trying to get off the ground. So God bless you for listening. One more time, God bless you for sharing. If you guys are watching this on my YouTube channel, please like, please subscribe. The more people that do those things, the more likely, oh, and also hit the notification bell. The more people who do those things, the broader my reach. And I obviously am not putting this stuff on the internet because I want it to be private. So please help if you can. And that'll be all I really wanted to say. Y'all have a blessed weekend, and continue to empower yourselves in any and every way you can, both health and knowledge, which, you know, go hand in motherfucking hand. So take it easy, guys.